Hey, I am Dr. Lee Vickers, author of Bodies of Light and founder of Lightworkers International. And this is
Russell Foster, founder of Russell Foster Mentoring and creator of the radio show Exploring the Evolution of Human Consciousness.
And we have some amazing news. This past week, Russell released his dark core. Right? Yeah. So, what's great about that is that millions of years and thousands of lifetimes were washed away, and the feeling is quite remarkable. What would you? How do you feel? Tell the crowd what it's like to go from being a human to being a super being of light.
Well, I think that description really is pretty much what it is. And going back to, actually this has only been the third day, so I'm really actually still kind of getting used to the feeling and the awareness and the expansion of it. But yeah, I think the thing is, it's probably a little bit challenging to put into words, but the things that come to mind are like infinite expanse. And infinite understanding of things and where people are and accepting, no judgment whatsoever. Yeah. There's a peace that goes beyond what you could probably ever put into words when it happened. Like I said, there's still a little bit of an adjustment. It was Monday afternoon when it finally let loose completely after not even quite a year.
Almost a year.
Just under a year anniversary almost. And still there's been some up and down getting used to the expansiveness and whatnot, but it's been fantastic. Like I said, it's really, really difficult to put into words because it's so experiential. But being through it, it's like now I understand everything that you've been saying for a year. And like there was times where I was going like, is this for real?
Is it really?
Can it really be
that good?
It really is that good and all that. Yeah, I mean, it's go ahead.
What I would ask, and what I always love to ask is so if you went back to where you were before you started doing Bodies of Light, and I said, okay, so here's $1 billion check, but you just take back what you've gotten, and here's $1 billion. Would you take the $1 billion?
No.
Instead of what you've got?
No, because there's so much now that I know that I understand that I can make happen, and it's not even about the money anyway. There's a peace and there's an understanding and there's an interconnectedness that you feel on such an expansive level when you've been through this experience that there's nothing else that really compares.
Yeah. When I say that we can't really tell you how good this is. It's just honest to God truth. It's just, this is the new state of mankind, right? I mean, can you imagine millions of people being at your level, what the world would be like?
Well, no, and I think that this is the culmination of what like all the spiritual teachings have always been about. Is getting to that place where you feel the interconnectedness with yourself, the interconnectedness with everything that's out there that's alive, and other things that are not even what we consider alive, but knowing that everything has its place and that you're a part of that, and everything has a reason for its existence.
Yeah, this is what Buddhists thought could happen in the future, right?
No, absolutely, absolutely.
This is a new state of mankind. How much before Earth technology did you see in your past lives? Like where you saw, tell us about that. Like maybe, I know you were on spaceships and a lot of different types of vessels. This guy.
The most interesting thing was it was actually one of the last ones that I had. I was one of the creators that created something like an artificial wormhole. It wasn't quite like that, but that's the way we experience. Yeah. And something happened in my calculations. I made a little bit of a mistake, and so I actually got sucked into this void between dimensions. So this technology was actually allowed us to travel from one dimension to another, almost like a wormhole. That's not quite the way it works, And I'm still trying to figure it all out. But I was stuck in that little void area, and I was in my head trying to do the calculations of what I had done.
Oh my God, I need to write this down.
This is definitely make note. Don't do this. But
I need to patent this. There's some money here.
Yeah, and that was just one of them. And there were so many lifetimes where I was doing something.
I mean, I know people at home are very interested in knowing some of the before Earth technology. I mean, it's like I said, it's grander Was it more grandiose than you thought when you started?
Yeah, a little bit. It was funny, and actually, I think the other thing that I find so interesting is it begins to explain so much about who I am right now.
Yeah.
And big fan of Star Trek and science fiction movies and all this other stuff like that. Feel like it always, my whole life, I've been feeling like that's just something that's just very normal. And then when we started to explore some of the past lives, that was a typical theme that came up, and it was.
Tell them the thing.
We were laughing.
This guy was on so many spaceships and water ships. They're like, holy cow! He was always like when you're on the ship, and then the crew would like mutiny, and they.
Yeah, there was
put you into space, and you'd pop, or it was like some funny stuff.
Yeah, there were so many different. There must have been 20 or 30 different lifetimes that we did where I was in some sort of. Space environment, a spaceship, or something along that line. There was a battle. There wasn't a battle. We were developing some sort of technology or whatnot, and it was like as I began to explore all those, it was like you just know that's why I was so attracted to it in this lifetime, is because I've had so many of those things, and now that I get to go back and explore those in a different way, I'll dig deeper into what that was.
Yeah, what's great about that is once you release the suffering, the scars, then you can open up to the technology. So you can go, okay, how did the engines work, and then you can remember that. So your memories really open up. And I really said that the hope for mankind is before Earth technology. It would be, can you think of any specific things that you learned that might help the world evolve?
I haven't explored it just yet, but it was funny because after we had that conversation and you mentioned that, one of the things I asked about was that, and I got the information about teaching people back in the Egyptian days about all the technology, the pyramids, and actually
a lot of those planets weren't even on Earth. Right. There were a lot of pyramids on other planets, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They looked very similar, right?
Right.
They're kind of interesting.
Exactly.
It's wild. Would you say that it's the greatest adventure that you could have ever thought of?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the funny thing was, I said it was almost exactly a year ago that we had met. Yeah. And when you first were talking about this, I was so enthralled and just so curious about the whole process. Like, I don't even really care if it's as good as he tells me. He's so excited about it, I've got to do it just for that, and just for my own experience, so I can say.
You got to see, is this for real? Is this as good as everyone says?
Yeah, but the interesting thing was, and it was, I think, how I was so motivated to call you and keep touching base with you on Monday, which I usually don't do, and I was in the middle of one of my processes, and I didn't know for sure it was going to be the last one or the final one, but I was pretty sure I was getting close to the end, and I kept checking in with him every couple hours that day to go like, oh, okay, where am I, and how, and eventually he said, okay, I think we should get together, and so it all happened when a couple of us had gotten together, and it was an incredible experience, but part of going through that program gave me the awareness and the understanding to check in with him, so that wasn't just something I experienced on my own, but other people got to share in with it and confirm that it happened and guide me through what to do now.
well, now that you release your dark core, here's your brand new puppy. And of course, we make a joke about it because all that's left is the ego.
Right.
And you're quite good, and the ego is the back of the head, and you can test it. You know how to test it. 0, 1, 9, 10. You want to check your ego? See what yours is that?
Looks like a 9, maybe.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9's not bad. So you want to keep that at a 10. So of course, bring it up to a 10. I love you. I love you. I love you. It's the body. Once you've got washed away everything from the being of light, all that's left is the body. I love you. So we want it 1, 2, 9, 10. So here's a 10 now. So you want to really control the ego, and a lot of people have the ego and the dark core mixed. But in actuality, the dark core is your karma and your past psychic scars as a being of light. And then the ego is the stimulus response mechanism that's in the reptilian part of the brain. So those are two completely separate and distinct areas. Now that you've released your dark core, what do you see it opening up for energy? Do you see that this is helping you to help the world and help others? And what do you see going on with that?
Well, I think the thing is that going through the process and understanding some of the mechanics of how it happens and the experience of it, and then also the magnitude of what happens when you're all done. It's just to me, it's just encouraging more people to do it because it's like nothing else.
Yeah.
And I've done a lot. We've talked about some of the different things that I've done.
And this person who's been in self-help, he's done for decades, many decades, and done everything you can imagine. If
it's out there to do, I've probably done it, or I know about it, or.
Yeah.
But there's nothing out there that compares to this as far as what it can do.
Yeah, and I explain it's like going between an ant and a rocket ship. I mean,
absolutely.
When you release your dark core, and I always love to say it's kind of like you just won the $1 billion lottery, but you just keep putting your gold bricks in your account, and then you just got your 999 million at the end, right? How would you say about that?
No, it's very true, because I mean, even going back, I'm trying to remember, because there's a lot of them that we did, but going back into the very beginning where it was the first subscar or two that I had done, and just the feeling of what it was like, that powerful, that high vibration that I felt after just doing 1 or 2 subscaras, almost a year ago, I was hooked. And you probably already knew that I was committed to the whole thing. And I knew that I was committed, even though I didn't know what I was getting myself into exactly. But I'm like, I gotta find out what this is all about. And that's what it was, is that every time you release some of this negativity and some of the attributes of the dark core, everything gets easier, gets lighter, you feel healthier, you feel better, you feel more intuitive. But then the closer you get to the end, it's like there are bigger chunks that happen.
Yes.
And I remember 3 or 4 processes toward the very end where I was actually doing the process and just feeling like I understood what the trees were feeling and what the grass was feeling. And it's like even the air around me, I felt like had a consciousness I could connect with. And I was a part of all that. And it wasn't like just some weird made up kind of thing I was saying. I could really feel that. And then even from then, it just got bigger and more expansive and better from there. So very, very powerful. Yeah,
it's the greatest leap for mankind, and it's fast. Relatively speaking, it took less than a year for you to do it. And we definitely welcome you to get in touch with us over at bodiesoflight.net, drlee.org, and you can also help people release their dark cores.
Absolutely. We're going to be.
That's part of the program. He's able to help others. So what's your website? What is it?
Well, we're working on building another one. I've got Russell Foster Mentoring. You can reach me there. .com, yeah.
And so the thing is that what's great about this is that we're teaching the teachers. We're helping evolve the most powerful people on earth. And of course, we can do this anywhere around the planet. We can help people release their dark core and release these blockages. Like you said, I love saying, like, from Dubai to Paris to London to New York to Sydney, San Francisco, LA. Get in touch with us, and we can help you do this and put you on the path into the light. Of course, get the Bodies of Light book on Amazon, and also get the videos, the audios at bodiesoflight.net. And we also give you a challenge to go see the videos at bodiesoflight.net and see the video, go down to the Universal Edition, and do Bodies of Light every day for 30 days for free. Every day. And then see if your life doesn't entirely change. If everything doesn't change. Your health, the way you feel, money, success, happiness, and see what happens. And that 30 days, you'd say, is like just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, absolutely.
30 days is the tip. Now imagine, just imagine what's going to happen. If you feel like better than you've ever felt in 100 lifetimes in 30 days, imagine what's going to happen then.
Yeah, right? Absolutely.
And so we're also going to have a person who hasn't done a subscar yet come on up, and we're going to have some fun. And so come on up. You're going to actually lay here.
Here.
Mm-hmm. And your head's going to be this way. Turn around. There we go. Perfect. And so you've been doing Bodies of Light for how many days?
I think a week.
Lay back. Okay.
1 week.
1 week. Okay. So we'll get this. Let's see if that's okay. So you've been doing Bodies of Light for about a week.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what we're going to do, and of course, I hope you're able to do the filming, you're able to get us in and everything here. We're going to be testing, and of course, we're testing to see where his subscar is. And so now, all you have to say are these words: I'm willing to open up to the psychic scar that needs to be cleared next for my best life. Great. So now you have to do enough Bodies of Light to get to 1 billion to open this up. Now we're going to check around, and you feel the stickiness, right? Mm-hmm. Now that stickiness, is it this lifetime?
I'm getting no.
No, it's a past life. So he's lucky. He's going in. So 0, 1, 2. Is it 2?
2 or 3, yeah, 2, maybe, yeah, 2.
So we think it's about 2 to 3 lifetimes ago. So we're going to dig into it. Say, I open up to that psychic scar.
I open up to the psychic scar.
And we're feeling, so you can feel it at home whenever you get sticky. And so, right? That, see? That. What do you see? What's going on? That. I open up that psychic scar.
I open up the psychic scar.
Start breathing. Breathe in and out of your mouth. That. That. What do you feel?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
We already see it.
That. You have to, this is your self-exploration into what with a scar now. I open up the psychic scar.
I open up to the psychic scar.
That. What's going on?
Feel pressure
Where?
here.
Yes. That. What's going on? That. That. What? That.
It's
When it gets sticky, it's that. What's going on? That.
It's
That.
it's emotional.
Yeah. How do you feel? What emotion are you feeling?
It's a little sad.
Yes, very sad. 10%. You've opened up 10%, right? So keep going. That. 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 In and out of your mouth like a pant. Like a dog pant. That. I open up to the psychic scar.
I open up to the psychic scar.
That. What's going on?
Pain.
Where? All on the chest, right?
Yeah.
About 20%. He's opened up 20% of the psychic scar. What do you feel? That. Keep breathing. I feel a little chest stuff in that too. Yeah, it's like you feel the dark energy coming out. That.
Pain's getting more intense.
Yes. Keep going. See, light and dark energy cannot occupy the same space, so all this light he's brought in is pulling up the psychic scar to release. That. What's going on? That. 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 What do you feel? That. Say it.
There you go. That's it.
Say it. Say it.
Oh God, I want to cry.
Say it. Cry. That's fine. Dig into it. What do you feel? That.
Anxiety.
That. Yes. That. What's going on? About 30%? About 30%. Keep it up.
Fear.
Yes,
Yeah.
fear. Keep going. That. That.
That's it.
That. That. What do you feel? Say it.
Fear.
That.
Fear.
That.
Pain.
Uh-huh.
God, I just
Yeah, say it. That.
want to. I don't know. I feel like running, like hiding,
Yes.
like.
Yes. That. 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 Keep going. That. You're definitely running. That. What's going on? Keep going. That.
I feel like I'm running from something.
Yes.
From someone.
Yes. When he says it, it's smooth. He's telling the truth. We'll do have another film, The Lie, Truth Revealed, and stuff like that. But right now, he's doing great. Keep going. That. That.
I think it's nighttime.
Yes.
I see
45%.
trees.
Yes. Keep going. That. That. That.
Dogs.
Yes.
Yep.
That. Keep going.
A
That.
man with, I don't know, shotgun. I don't know.
Keep going.
Beard.
Keep going. Yeah. Smooth. 58%. Keep going. That.
I want to say I'm a slave. I don't
Yes. That. That. What's going on? That.
know. I'm running away.
Yes, you are running away. Keep going. That. Keep going. Yes. Keep going.
I think
Yes. Say it.
I'm running away. I'm running. I think
Yes.
for my freedom. I'm running.
Yes. You are. Yes. 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 Very scared. Keep going.
Get up. You're great.
You're doing great.
running.
80%. Keep it up. That. You're doing great. Keep going. What do you feel? Yes, you're doing great. Keep it up. Yes.
I think that they caught me.
Yes. What's happening? How do you feel? That. 88. Keep going. You're doing great. Keep digging into the scar. That.
I think they were
Yes.
they're punishing me.
Yes.
They're beating me.
Yes.
Yes.
What's happening? Yes. 93%. Keep it going.
They tied me up.
Yes. What's happening? That.
They're hitting me.
Yes. Yes.
They're spitting at me.
Yes.
They're looking at me. It's white men with beards.
Yes.
With
97%. Keep going. Keep going. Yes. Keep it up. Yes. 98. You're doing
You
good.
think that's how they killed me?
Yes,
Yeah.
they did. How do you feel? 99.4. You're almost there. What happened? Say it.
I died. I
Yeah, you died. Do you feel relief?
I feel relief.
Yeah, it's not as painful as it was.
No. I feel relief.
99.5. What do you feel about it? Do you see anything? Are you looking from above? What's going on?
I see a light.
Yes, you do see a light.
I see my body floating into the light.
Yes. It feels good, right?
Yeah. I think my body is the light.
Yes. 99.9. Anything else you're feeling? Anything else happening?
I'm becoming one with the light.
Yes, you are. Yes. How do you feel now?
Very light.
Yes.
Like I'm just energy.
Yes. You're at 100%. Is there anything else you want to say about it?
Not for now.
Okay. Well, I only have one question. Are you willing to let go of all that dark energy?
Yes, I am.
I am willing
I am willing
to let go
to let go
of all that dark energy.
of all that dark energy.
Great. So now what you're going to do now is go outside and you're going to go let go of the dark energy up to 100%, forgive up to 100%, and then do bodies of light up to 100%. So get started on that. And then we're going to keep talking here. Did great. Woo! Yeah. So what's great is this was just one subscribe, right? And the thing is this, is that, so you got through thousands of lifetimes, of course, and they bounce around. This was about his second or third lifetime. Now, the wild thing is that the pain and the suffering from this samskara, many people are stuck in one samskara their entire life. Right?
Absolutely,
Would you
yeah.
agree?
Oh, absolutely.
And so people are in fear and suffering, and so he was a slave and was hunted down and could have those symptoms of being hunted down and hurt, and all the fear and things holding him back this lifetime. But because he's releasing this, and it's gone forever, because once you release it, this is gone, and the way we know is then it goes earlier, is that when it's gone forever, it will have no more effect on him, and that karma is basically erased. And the karma is basically the like a lump of coal of suffering that he washed away with light and love. And once you do that, everything changes for the better. Now, what's great is you also, every time you get through this, you keep going higher and higher and higher and higher. So would you say that process, when you were going through this over a year, that your energy kept getting higher and higher and higher and higher? What was that like for
Oh,
you?
absolutely. Every time I released one, there was a noticeable, and I finished the process, there was a noticeable increase in the vibration and the awareness and everything, the expansiveness, the whole thing.
Right.
Every time you did one. And the interesting thing was, again, starting to recognize like some of the patterns that
Right.
I could have easily gotten stuck stuck in was like, now there became an awareness of like, okay, now I understand where that pattern came from.
Right.
More importantly, it wasn't from something I did in this lifetime, but
Right.
Many lifetimes ago.
Right. And I actually saw a vision, this past week, I saw a vision of me in front of 5,000 psychologists teaching them to put this into their practice. And we have people that do it now, but I mean, this needs to be more on a wholesale level for the planet, for millions of people to evolve. It's very simple to do, and it happens automatically when you do bodies of light. You start washing away these psychic scars, and he was feeling this already. After about 3 days, it was starting to lift up, this psychic scar, because they tend to ooze out. So this might have taken 2 or 3 months to ooze out just doing bodies of light. But the fact is that we're able to get rid of it in 2 or 3 hours with this method. So it just speeds it up. So, and any amount that you do the Samskara chapter on bodies of light, any part of that you can get through is speeding it up. The key is more light equals less dark. So what? Website. Yeah, so basically also go to bodiesoflight.net. Get the book, get the audios there, get in touch with us. We can help you do these all around the country, all around the world, and to open these up and to really change your life for the better. But I just want to get into more on what do you see happening? What do you see happening if a lot of people start releasing these? Because I mean, you've been everywhere. You've seen most of the self-help and most of the stuff out there. Well, I mean, how much of a quantum leap would you say these techniques are above things that you've seen
Well,
before?
it's like the ultimate set of tools, because
Yeah.
I mean, the way the program works is that there's so much that you can do. I mean, first there's the psychic scar release, which you're doing all that. If you go through the entire thing and you let go of your dark core, you've got that. But then you've got the testing for your foods, for your supplements.
It's a
what you need to
holistic,
take, what you
right?
need to
The
stop
whole
taking, the whole
lifestyle,
thing, the whole
right?
thing. And yeah, absolutely. The more and more people that can do this, it's just, I mean, the more people that feel peace within themselves, it's going to radiate outward.
Yeah,
And
it'll
that's whole
change the
thing.
world.
I mean, there's nothing new about that.
This is just very fast. But the thing is, this is a quantitative. We're able to test as you're releasing these. And we've also had people who have spent 3-4 lifetimes meditating. And they're 400 lifetimes in, after spending 50 years for 4 lifetimes. And then we actually know that you're already at that level. So we can test and know this is a program that takes into account what you've already done. Let's say you've been Buddhist 2 lifetimes and meditated for 120 years, and you're already at 300 lifetimes in. We're going to be able to know and pick you up right at that point, and very quickly and easily with bodies of light, continue your path into the light and continue the process of raising your vibration, helping yourself, helping the community at large. And you understand this is a very much oneness type of thing, in that when you remember these past lives, you become less bigoted. You become less, the thing like that we want to do over in Israel and San Francisco, we want to have the We Are One World events in Israel and San Francisco, like 2 acupuncture needle points on the planet. We need millions of bucks to get this through. We need investors and people to help us, to bring these ideas to fruition. We want to have self-help, musicians, everyone from Lady Gaga to saying stuff, hey, little monsters, we love you, to Kelly Clarkson, to different Deepak Chopra and self-help speakers. But then we want to actually have people in San Francisco and Israel be there and open up to the light on a festival for like New Year's festival. And we want to have a lot of young people open up to the light and release these psychic scars. And you understand that when in mass we have 5,000 people in Israel, we want to have Palestinian and Israeli. We want to have these Palestinians to be able to go back and say, I remember being Israeli.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you see? Israelis are wow, I was Muslim in a past life. You understand that if we can understand and realize we're all one, we're all beings of light, and you know what? Light is light. They talk about different races and colors, and as a being of light, did you know you're just light? There's only one color, light. Or dark, which is no light there. But the color's light. So you're a light being. You're a light being, and we have such hopes for you. And we have such hopes for helping your consciousness and helping you become more conscious of who you are and remembering who you are and remembering to love everybody. Because as you evolve into the light, you learn to love everything. Right?
That's it. That's exactly what it is, and that's what's going to have the biggest effect on the world. The more people that feel that and understand that love themselves completely and love everybody else and what's going on, then there's nothing to fight about.
Yeah, there's nothing to. Why would you fight with what you were last lifetime, 2, 3, 4 lifetimes ago? You understand? We're one.
Right.
You're a beautiful light being. You're shiny and gorgeous and fabulous auras and beautiful abilities to leave your body. Right?
Absolutely.
So we're excited. So anything else you want to, because this is really cool about you and what you've done and your accomplishment. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, I just want to say thank you for really encouraging me the whole time. I mean, it was, like I said, when I met you, I knew it was something I was going to do. And I joke with you about, like, all right, is this guy for real? And is it really what he says it's going to be?
Yeah, but, is it, am I for real?
Absolutely. And, and as I told you, there was times where I was a little challenged with it. I hit a couple obstacles where, the dark core was kind of holding on and, like, there's some resistance going on. And you did exactly what I needed to do. You were just you were there and just continued to support the whole thing and let me know I was doing the right thing without forcing anything to happen.
Yeah, there's no force. There's no force. No. You're a limitless being of light. So you don't have to do this now. Right? You can suffer as long as you want.
Well, and that's what I think that was what was so amazing.
It's very freeing. There's
feeling the caring and the nurturing and the support and the understanding without feeling like, oh, you got to do it or there's everything wrong. It's like you do it today, you do it a week from now, you do it a year from now. It's all good.
Do it next lifetime. It's all good, right? Exactly. But it is nice when you feel the light. The big thing, another big thing, right, is the path into light is full of what?
Oh, it's full of pleasure.
Full of pleasure.
Unbelievable.
So you're going the right way when you feel good every day.
All the time. Yeah. For sure.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's great, and it's really
So if you're in a place in your life where you're feeling stuck, you don't really know why, you feel like you can't get over something, this is exactly what it could be.
This is what you need. It's 100% what you need.
That's coming up, and get in touch with us.
Yeah, great. Thank you. We're happy to love you. Peace and out. Light. Go Team Light.